Gabos, appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is another hot take. This is just another hot take. Subscribe to the channel. Your boy's consistent. Just listen to this deep part about why. Basically, a discussion is on whether or not is it right for men to cheat. I'm not going to talk your ears off. Just listen to the explanation from Tate. Listen to Brittany Renner's perspective. Listen to where this conversation goes and take something away from this. This is very powerful. Just check it out. Check it out.
I just feel like this is definitely a different conversation for me because I'm very open-minded. I love hearing different perspective, and I do feel like this is a newer idea. Like you said, within the last 30, 40 years, this is a new concept. We don't know how it's going to end. I just know from like my experience, other women that I've met as well, it's like the reason for even like relationships why they're not lasting is because people don't want to put up with the disrespect. And like even when you were talking about like, oh, it's okay for me to cheat but not for you, my thing is like, why not have transparency and have it be polygamous, polyamorous, whatever works for you? That's like, to me, where it loses me with the traditional stuff.
I get it.
It's
All
like,
right.
why can't we have transparency? And if I sign up for that, cool.
So how does it? No man in a million years. Let's all be realistic, right? No man in a million years is gonna meet a girl he likes and go, I want to be polyamorous. Like, come on, that's gay. Let's cut this bullshit. So let's be realistic. How does a man show love to a woman? Tell me.
Exclusivity.
Wrong. That is how
Time, resources,
wrong.
and something else.
Time, resources. So
Yeah.
that's a good way to start. So sexual exclusivity is how a female shows primarily that she's interested in a man. He's the only man who has sexual access to me because I can get pregnant, and this man is the only man who can do it. That's how it's done. A man, yes, I'm not saying all men can cheat. I'm not saying all men should cheat. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if I truly love a woman, she won't sit there and go, he shows me his love because he doesn't fuck anyone else. She'll sit there and go, he shows me his love because my bills are paid.
Men and women do not love the same.
I private. I go to Dubai anytime I want. I have a Chanel bag. And I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about resource and a lifestyle as a whole. This is not just me. This is the world and most of the world today. If you go to Moscow and you find a big G, a rich guy, right? He has his wife. She's pushing a Bentley. She has the kids. She's living in a mansion, whatever. When he goes to the club with his boys, you think he ain't with 19-year-old strippers? Of course he fucking is.
Can I ask
but
you?
she's just like, whatever, don't care. I'm the one who has the money. Don't give a shit. So you have to sit there, and to a point, you have to sit and analyze the difference when you're saying disrespect. If you're gonna go through life as a woman and say, I only care about the sexual exclusivity of my man, then what you're gonna end up doing is having a bunch of failed relationships and fucking loads of dudes.
Okay.
There has to get a point where you go, you know what, this guy ticks so many boxes. Once a year, twice a year, he's out with his boys, does some dumb shit. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't notice because my bills are paid. I'm looked after. I can tell he cares about me. If I have a problem, he's gonna fix it. He's ticked so many. That's the smart female move, as opposed to go, I don't care how good he is to me. He fucked that bitch once, so I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna get another man who I don't love who'll fuck another bitch anyway, and then I'll get another man who I don't love who'll fuck another bitch. So end the cycle of dumb shit.
Can I
They just
ask-
have to bite the bullet.
But more mild examples,
Denal,
though.
Wait. I have a question. Is there ever cheating that's too far? Like, so if a guy cheats on a girl, is there ever a point where she?
Yeah, there's a lot
Someone's
of cheating.
coughing up
There's
their
completely
brain.
a lot of cheating.
So
that's too
like,
far.
if he knocks up another girl, would you say that's too
all right,
far?
all right. So
Yeah.
first things first, I'm a man of my word. I don't even think I'm a liar. So here's your Clementine.
Thank you.
And he peeled it. What a
Thank
gentleman.
you.
I'm a gentleman. Right. So obviously, I'm not saying blatantly disrespect your woman, right? She's your woman. She's your queen. She's the most important thing in the world to you. She needs to be treated in a way that she feels that, right? But it's unfortunate because I keep tying back to this baseline point. But the reason I keep going back to this baseline point is to try and explain to everybody at home how simple the world can be if you go back to the baselines of it. Why do men cheat? Most women don't know. You'll see them all the time. Why do men cheat? Oh, because men are just stupid. And why do men fuck girls uglier than their main chick? Why do men do all this stuff?
They had
Do you
a
know why?
moment.
I'll tell you why. Let's go back to the first thing I've been saying this whole time. Status. Yeah, that's my chick. She's home. Took this one home. Yeah, I got that one. She's chasing me.
That's
Status.
dead.
Status. But it's stupid to females. I get it. But that's the male world because sexual access is an easy indicator of status. So that's one of the reasons they do it, right? So you have to go back into the baseline of why men even cheat in the first place. I'm telling you, if you're a woman, the smartest thing you can do is look after your man, make him not want to cheat, be perfect. But there's going to be a time across a 20-year marriage you might just need to be a little bit blind, a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just don't look at his phone.
So
and
what-
you'll be cool.
so-
You'll be
so-
cool.
so-
Just make sure the bills are paid. He does his jobs the man.
What
Now,
if
I'm
you
not
can
saying-
pay your own
but
bills,
no, one second.
though?
But this is it. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm not saying allow this for some fucking Joe Schmo. I'm not saying let some fucking loser pick you up, lock you down, and go cheat
That's
on you. No,
right.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if he's a G and he's doing enough of his other jobs. As for you saying, what if you can pay your own bills? Then what's the reality you face? just like I described earlier. I'm going to decide that the thing that I prioritize above everything, above his resource, above the amount he cares for me. You'll see men cheat on a woman and then cry his eyes out trying to get that woman back. He still loves you. It's not the same as if you cheated.
Facts.
He loves you with all his heart. He'd die for you. He'd take a bullet for you, and he'd still fuck that bitch. Doesn't matter. It's a different game for men, right? So you're sitting there going, well, I'm going to prioritize his sexual exclusivity over all of his other attributes. You're just going to end up having endless failed relationships, fucking too many dudes, and
Yeah.
then what's going to happen is your psychology is going to break, because females don't like to accept the fact that if you sleep with enough men and you get rid of the stigma around a new dick, your instant answer is constantly new dick. He didn't text me today. Fuck it. Someone else. He was rude to me. Fuck it. I'll cheat. He was this. I'll get a new boyfriend. And then you end up just jumping on cock all day, and you're fucking done. You need to, the reality is, you have to come to a point where you get a guy and he ticks boxes and you're like, you know what, I'm wifey, I got the Bentley, he does whatever he does, but my bills are paid. That's
so
it.
When would you say
Fair
it's,
enough.
when would you say it's too far? I'm just curious if there's a line that you would, like, if he spends money on another girl, if he, like, when does it?
Okay, that's a good question.
And second question, do you think that men ever fall in love with side chicks?
Very good question. And this is a long and in-depth answer, but it's a good question. Let me peel my clementine. But no, but it's a good question. Where is too far? I think publicly disrespecting is too far. So like you'll notice. Let's take the Moscow G. All right, let's take an oligarch, a billionaire from Moscow. He has his wife. He has the girls he's in the club with. The girls he's in the club with wouldn't fucking dare message his wife. They
Sheesh.
wouldn't dare step out of line. Like, they know their place, right? So if there's a hierarchy and they know their place, that's one way of doing it. Spending money on a girl, certainly, yeah, because men show love primarily through our hard work, not just through our
And
resource, but through our
resources.
hard work. If you take a man who's not particularly rich, he shows his wife love by getting up every day, going to work 9 to 5, working his ass off, and paying those bills. That's how he shows love. That's why he does it, for his wife and his children. Most men are out here working bullshit jobs, carrying trash. They're doing that to show love. So giving money, yeah, that would be a far more scary indicator than just sex. Let me give you all an example. I don't know if you all know my history, but I used to run a webcam business a long time ago. Don't want to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. But I had a bunch of girls who used to sit online and talk to guys, and they had laptops, right? This is a long time ago. And I used to sit and say to some of the webcam girls, I'd say, this man who is sitting in and logging in every night and sending you money every day and telling you he's obsessed with you from the other side of the world and missing out on time with his family to sit here and talk to you and send you money, that is more cheating than if he just went out and banged something. If he went out and banged something and came home, then done. But he's sitting here giving you his time, his money, his affection. That's cheating for a man. For a man to sit there and give money and time away, right?
Sheesh. This is real game right here. Like, yo, to be honest, it's real, because how do men show love to their partners? It's with time and resources and effort and energy and shit like that. We don't do it affectionately. Yeah, it's a part of the game. Yeah, we like to tell you we love you, but that doesn't signify how a man shows a woman we love you. No, we love you by the things that we buy you, the bills that we take care of, the willingness to want to protect you. Now, if we take all that energy and we apply it to another woman, that's cheating. Like, to protect another woman or to give another woman our resources and our finances, that's cheating. Hey.
So you have to stop this idea of sexual exclusivity. Yes, that's for females. That's how females show their love to men. It's not how high status, at least, males show their love to females. And anyone who wants to disagree with me, call me wrong, call me misogynist, whatever bullshit, look at a history book. Every
That's a
king,
reach.
every sultan, every conqueror, every emperor, every knight, all of them had maidens, wives, all of them. That's history.
What level of G do you have to be allowed to cheat?
Well,
I wanna know.
it's not about even being allowed to cheat. I'm not even saying that. And it also depends on the partner you're with. I'm not trying to sit here and advocate for men to run around and fuck a bunch of women. I'm not saying that.
That's
I'm
what
s-
you're doing.
No, but I'm not.
No. Let him
no.
explain. Let
Listen
him
to-
land. Let him
yeah,
land. It's about
like,
to
that's
My
not what
one
he's
sister,
saying.
Let him land. Though.
No, but
Go
I'm
on
not.
then.
I'm not. What I'm actually trying to do is describe the baseline unfortunate realities of human dynamics. And I'm trying to explain now to the world that any woman can get a man who will not cheat on her if she's prepared to sacrifice a bunch of other things, perhaps, right? In the olden days, it was different. The world was a different place. It was a completely different place, and it was better. Now it's all fucked up. It's fucked up on every level. And men, especially the high status men, most of them have struggled so hard to become high status. They've been through so much shit to get where they are. It's like telling him, if you climb this mountain, you can go to a candy store. And he climbs to the top of the mountain, and the second he's in the candy store, after one piece of candy, that bitch is saying, no more candy. He's like, no, I just climbed this mountain. I just got rich.
Did you know what I had to go through to get here?
I finally got here. I'm
I
finally
see
in the
his point.
candy store. Now you're telling me I can only have one piece of candy?
Okay.
What man's gonna agree to that?
Do you think that men owe a woman loyalty if she was there from the beginning?
Absolutely. They absolutely owe that woman loyalty.
Oh, sorry, sexual loyalty. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Sexual exclusivity is different. Sexual exclusivity and loyalty are completely disconnected for males. Nobody wants to talk about this, but it's the unfortunate reality. It's true. I'm telling you, you can get a man, he can go on a holiday, can fuck some stripper, can come home, and you can lie detector test him. Do you love your wife? Would you die for your wife? Would you take a bullet for your wife? He'll pass the lie detector test. He loves her with all his heart. He'd do anything for her. It's just pussy. It's not a big deal. It's different.
I feel like, I guess my question would be then is like, how do you view sex? Because I like sex at the end of the day is spiritual unification. I feel like I've gone through a lot of different stuff. I've had a lot of different experiences where I did not value myself. So I never had a man that valued me. So it's like, yeah, you rack up guys and guys you shouldn't be texting back or whatever. But I feel like I understand that there is a difference with how men view sex and how they move around in the world. But it's like, sex is a sacred thing, no matter a male or female is doing it. So that's why for me, like my biggest, like the hardest for me to understand is like, this is such a sacred thing, and it's like taking a piss for a guy.
Can I just say something? You sure you weren't making love to somebody that was having sex?
I'm sorry?
You sure that you weren't making love to somebody that was just having sex?
Hey, auntie, that's
have I
in there.
No, that's what it sounds like to me.
Ooh.
It sounds like as women, they make love to men that are just having sex.
Right.
That's the difference.
That's not the point.
Not all the time.
So I think when men hear that, though, it's like if it was sacred to you, you would have waited till you were married.
But it's like right. No, I get that. But the reality is that the world is not so black and white. So I understand that there are these things in place that worked and made sense. And now we're approaching an era that like, we don't know what's going to happen, but there's gray area. You've had sex. I've had sex. She's had sex. We've had sex with different guys. That doesn't mean that we're damaged goods. We're used goods. I understand status is a big part of that. I understand that sex is viewed differently, but I feel like you should not, if you're looking at face value, I can understand why you would be judged from your past. But if I'm a guy interested in you, I don't care about what you've done.
But that's the thing. Like men do though. That's the thing. Like a virgin's more valuable to a man than a girl that's had sex with multiple men. Like, it just is what it is.
There's a limit.
The modern man's solution is not a virgin. A modern man needs a partner, somebody that's actually smart and can survive in the world of today.
But I'm saying the men with
and that's going to be a lived woman.
The men with the most choice are going to pick women that are more pure in general.
The ones that are already self-made, I guess so. But that's the thing. The reality is,
me personally, I don't care.
The reality is that there's a lot of men out there, especially in the world that we live in today, that need a partner. So it's time for those masses of men to start respecting women for the role they can play in their lives.
I don't think average men expect women to be virgins.
Do you know what it is?
But it's
I was just saying that.
Then it's pumped into these minds and creates what people now complain about, the misogynistic world.
No, do you know
that's what it is. Even in schools, it's like permeated through it all and perpetuated.
Why is it misogynistic for men to prefer women that are more?
It's
pure?
not that. It's not. That's not the problem. The problem
that word
is now,
gets so thrown out
every
every
day.
day.
Simple. You've got people like Andrew Tate talking about these things with such clarity, and it makes so much sense because it is true, right? And then you have men that are in these situations where just average, working an average job, and they cannot fulfill whatever definition is called to be a man in these
Yes, they can, and that's what he said. He did say that. Yes, they can. A 9-to-5 man can do it.
But then again, wait. This is the thing. What we're talking about as a man, and this is why I say it's very important for us to understand the person that we're speaking to. And I'm very glad that you clarified everything that you mean. Not every man is like Andrew Tate. Not every man is going to be able to even realistically demand for certain things from a woman. So the same way women need to compromise if it comes to a man who is going to cheat on her because he's a top G, is the same way men are going to have to compromise and stop blabbing about purity when they can't demand for that.
Right? You didn't get none of what you didn't get none of what
I made my point. That was the whole point.
What point? Well, what? Because you just quoted him. You just said about his thing, and you didn't.
No, only did I get clout. I made my point. I said the average man does not have what it takes to demand for a virgin.
He already said that.
And I reiterated in my own words for my own content for my page. And
do you
so
know what it is, right? Is that too many women, they see regular guys and they feel they're settling. You're not settling. You're getting what you deserve.
But you can't be asking
You're
for
not
a
settling.
virgin, though.
You're not settling.
But the difference is men know this. Like most average men aren't demanding.
The average men never said they were virgin.
But the difference
That's what Tanalva's saying.
wait. The difference is average men know they don't deserve a 10. They know they don't deserve an 8. They know they don't even deserve a 7.
And they still go messaging them on the stories and all this dumb stuff.
I always say men deal with reality at a very young age. The average man does know what he deserves or what he has a chance of getting. Now, are there some delusional average men that will still shoot their shot? Yeah, a very small percentage, but again, the exception doesn't make the norm. Men know what they qualify for. I mean, it's just because reality, like society lets us know right off the bat. You know, like right off the bat, we instantly know who's out of our league, who we have a chance with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she's right on that one.
Just ugly. Like most men in history haven't even reproduced.
Sheesh.
And so it's like men know, but the women are the ones that are delusional.
There's regular men out there. There's regular men out there.
Chris Hemsworth.
There's regular men out there that will have you down.
Yeah, but can I just say?
Oh nah, she said she's a 2.
Not understanding that.
Damn.
Part of that 1% of
How good
success,
do you feel, Saji?
and they think that they can demand the same thing.
No,
they can demand purity.
One second. Sorry. I understand the point you're all making, but let's understand something. To the sexual marketplace, females have always been, and still to a degree are, the gatekeepers. It's men will, you can think about it in a very simplistic way. This is not the case, but let's simplify it for the sake of argument. Imagine men will run around and fuck anything, and women are the ones who say yes or no. You are the gatekeepers that have all the power. And this is what's actually truly interesting about the sexual marketplace, because whenever women go, there's not enough good men, then why are you fucking, of course, why would they be good if you don't make them be good? You're fucking losers.
That's a good point.
So women, so you're talking about, I'm saying that, you know, a man at a certain level can't do certain things. If you were with Joe Schmo and he wasn't treating you the way you believe Joe Schmo should treat you, then why are you with him?
Leave. Sis, leave.
Like women have the gatekeeping. So if you get Joe Schmo and he treats you like you're his queen and treats you perfect, good. If you get a fucking guy at the absolute upper echelons of value and you still aren't happy, women are the gatekeepers. You women actually have all of the power. This is what's beautiful about the whole thing. Yeah. Women are constantly complaining. You have all the power. You're the ones who get to choose. Do you know who you should be mad at for all this shit? I'll tell you who you should be mad at. Do you know who threw away all the female power in the sexual marketplace?
The thoughts.
Promiscuous females. Because now you got chicks who will bang anybody without trying. So why should a dude get up and try?
No,
Do you have any idea how hard it is to actually be, let me make this clear.
Go on, sir.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to actually be, no bullshit, a man? And I say this and women go, oh yeah, dude, As soon as most women encounter any kind of problem, the first thing they do is turn to a man. Their man, their dad, the mechanic, the police, a man. If you actually put a woman in front of a problem and go, no men, they're like, oh, whoa, fuck. It's a mental breakdown. Men, day after day, especially if you're a high-level man, let me make it something clear from my life. I'll talk from personal experience. I'm not just looking after me. I'm not just looking after my chick. I'm the guy in about 300 people's phone books that they call when anything big goes wrong.
He's spitting facts to any men that's watching this video right now. Tell me he's not spitting facts, yo. Like on some real shit. Like a real man at least, right? Because to be honest, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because you as a man you find pride in being depended on, but nonetheless, what reality doesn't really tell you is by being a man, we're automatically held accountable just for being a man. You know, from the pressures that we live up to, the social status we have to live up to, being a provider, being a protector. Like, for example, and this goes to the oldest sons of every family. You ever realize that your mom anoints you the big brother because you were born first, and automatically, just because you were born first, you're instantly the protector of every sibling that comes after you? And it's not like you went through any sort of training. It's not like you accomplished any sort of goals to achieve that kind of status. It's just because you're first, you're automatically responsible for everyone, you know? And then as mom gets older, you're automatically responsible. Like, you're the go-to, you know? So he's spitting a huge gem. And I could even relate to that. I'm responsible for so many souls. It's not even funny. And it's really because I'm a man. Do you know how hard it is to be a man? I need men to really ask women this question. And it's not to dismiss, because women like to be combative in a sense. Oh, do you know how hard it is to be a woman and everything that we have to do, this, that, and the third? No, but you don't understand. When there's any bit of danger called, you expect a man to come and protect you. when there's some sort of issue in a home, even if the man doesn't have an experience, you expect the man to come and fix that problem. As a man, we're automatically anointed the problem solver, you know, the protector. And it doesn't even matter if we're qualified. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much things that goes into being a man that goes over the heads of the average woman because they don't walk in our shoes. We're the sacrificial lamb. If I'm walking with my lady, I instantly have to walk on the side of on the side of the road where she's protected. So God forbid there's a drunk driver, right? And I'm walking with my girl. That drunk driver has to hit me before he hits her. And it's not like I want to die. You know what I'm saying? But it's because it's the status symbol. That's what comes with being a man. I have to die in order to protect my family. But it's like, but if I'm dead, who protects my family for me? So it's weird, but it's true to what he's saying. Like, there's so much things that just being a man comes with that men don't even necessarily sign up for. It's just bestowed upon us because we exist.
Arrested in Russia, you need extraction from Ukraine, you need $1 million.
Bring it back a little bit.
I'm the guy in about 300 people's phone books that they call when anything big goes wrong. You get arrested in Russia, you need extraction from Ukraine, you need $1 million, whatever it is, Kazakhstan, abduction, they call me. I'm the first phone call. I'm fixing 400 different lives. I'm a problem solver. Chicks can't fix fucking any of this shit, right? This is how hard it is to be a man. And it's amazing because society expects it of you, but so do women. If you had a man, be honest, you had a man and you went to your man and said, oh, I've got this problem, I can't fix this, it's broken, the car tire's broken. And he went, I don't know. You would dry up. Like, you'd be like, well, fucking, what the fucking point are you? That's the truth. You could sit here and go, oh, we'd call a mechanic. No, you wouldn't. You'd look at your man and go, what do you mean you can't fix it?
I'll do it myself. Waste man.
And this is what she's saying about your man will get up and go, and you know what's beautiful about masculinity? A bunch of times a man will go up and he doesn't have a clue how to fix it himself. Mm-hmm. But he'll go, don't worry, baby, okay. And he'll stand up with no money and no clue. And he'll go out there and fucking try and find a way because as a man, you need to be useful. It is so difficult to be a man. You have no idea the amount of pressure that we're under from society and from the women we even want to associate with.
Come on.
It's difficult.
Come on. He's dropping 81. Is this Andrew Tate versus Toronto? What are we doing? They can't guard him.
You have to keep all these things in mind. It's hard.
But can I ask you a question? You see what you just said about, the top G, that if that money you can fly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cut off the rest because I'm putting these in bits and parts. But it is so incredibly hard to be a man. It is not even funny. And it's not, again, because I'm going to preference this because a lot of women like to watch and compare and make these comparisons that are just so abstract. We're not trying to compare here. But it's the truth. It is so incredibly hard to be a man, and the craziest thing, with all the responsibilities, with being held accountable, with having to live up to expectations, right? And with all the problem-solving capabilities, or just being able to figure shit out just for the sake of being a man, right? This still isn't a safe place for us to express ourselves. This still isn't a safe space for men to have therapy, you know, to figure out our feelings and figure out our emotions and figure out why we are loved. And it goes true with Chris Rock saying, right? Only women and children and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved based off of what he's able to provide. You know, you hear it time and time again from different generations of men spewing these things. It's real. It's real. If I do not bring anything to the table, I am invisible. I am invisible. You do not see me. Regardless of whether or not I tell you what my name is, regardless of whether or not I have a conversation with you, I could be standing right in front of you. If I do not bring anything to the table, I am irrelevant to society, and society lets me know that right off the bat. Men know when we are losers because society rewards us with dumb rewards for being a loser. You know what I'm saying? It is just, that needed to be said, and I hope the right people are hearing this. I hope the men out there, honestly, that could relate to this, take a bit of pride, you know, because we are deserving, you know. And for those that still need help and still need time to grow, there's plenty of therapy out there because it's hard out here, bro. And it's not to dismiss anything that a woman is going through. This is not the conversation for that. We know, we understand. But we're responsible for not only ourselves, but you. You're only responsible for yourself. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to this very quick episode. Well, it wasn't really quick. It's about 20-something minutes. Appreciate you guys. Leave in the comment section what your thoughts on this segment alone, and I'll be here to read all of them. It's your boy Gabos. on the road to 3K. I appreciate you guys. Be safe, be easy. Happy holidays. Mamba out.